Greetings and salutations, I'm Keb, you're you, and this is Pharaoh. We're back on the map of Rostja, or Giza, and we are trying to build some massive monuments. Now, we got our city stabilized, for the most part. The problem is, this is gonna cost a ton of money. That's really what's hampering us at this point. Just getting enough funds to be able to fund this ginormous undertaking. I do wonder. I mean, we could cut our salary and just save ourselves that money each month. But then again, I kind of like that, having some extra spare money in case disaster strikes. Yeah, right, we do have some employment issues. Didn't we open up a second housing area? Maybe we didn't. I think we're gonna add a whole bunch of small holdings out here. Now this quarter is never gonna be fed, so it's okay to just add housing here. As long as they don't get sick and die, it's gonna be fine. There's a cheap way of expanding the labor pool, because I don't know if we're gonna have enough food to sustain these other areas. Right now, things are looking good, but that could quickly change. So we'll see. Did we cut imports, by the way? We're currently in... yeah, we are importing limestone. Okay, that's fine. Again, our only exports are going to be gems and jewelry, so... a bit of a problem there. Wait a second, did we start up... yes, we started up a beer industry. Right. I think that was the last thing we did last time, right? Trying to make some extra monies on that. Because we got an extra trade route. Right. It's all coming back to me now. It's been a few weeks since last I played this game, so... not everything is in fresh memory. So we should have a whole bunch of plain stone coming in. Yep, there we go. Interesting, they all went out to this warehouse to fetch the stone rather than the nearby warehouses. I mean, that's fine. That's actually optimal for us. Because the second they've taken everything they can out of this warehouse, they'll have a much shorter trip to this warehouse to fetch overflow stone. We'll see. And it's less likely that this warehouse is going to be empty if they walk all the way out there. Because it's right next to all the quarries. I don't think we could fit in even more mines, could we? I don't think so. Well, that's not true. We could fit in a few on the other top here, but I don't think we need to. It looks like we have plenty of gems in storage and jewelry. So producing even more won't really benefit us at this point. As long as we can keep the import of limestone going, the production rate will be fairly steady. That's kind of what we're going for. We'll have to do this layer and one more layer before we shrink the footprint a little bit, so we're going to require less stone at that point. It's 6 levels at a time, I think. The same amount of demand. There we go, now we actually have some unemployment. Was there anything else we could set up a manufacturing industry for? Can export linen, can we? But we can't import flax, right? We can import papyrus, but we can't export... we can import reeds, but we can't export papyrus. The rest is inconsequential. Did we give up the gifts, by the way? Some of them. Dispatch all the beer. I'm gonna start dispatching timber as well. I'm gonna regret that, I think, but I will. We are importing timber, right? We are not importing timber. Wow. Not 2,000, import up to 400. We're not made of money. We have 4,000 debits in the treasury right now. That's gonna be enough. Not for long, anyways. More plain stone. Bring us all the plain stone. Oh, they're trying. There we go. This guy is not gonna... No, that's not true. This guy's also gonna find stone. Because by the time we got there, more blocks had been transported here. And the guy walking here, he'll find a load of stone too. And this guy, yeah, it'll be fine. What's going on there? Okay, so these guys are now waiting for these other guys. There we go. Yeah. Basically, they're not going to leave the warehouse unless they can time the queue on the pyramid. Exactly. That's what was happening here. They just stood there and waited until they could get in line, so to speak. So they determined that... They determine their sequence on the pyramid from the very moment they leave the warehouse. You want game meat, and you want it quickly. That's... Okay, Pharaoh, that's a bit more problematic. Is this warehouse meant for game meat? It is. Well, I'll have to empty that granary. And see how that goes. See if we can somehow stockpile enough. And that's 12. You need 1,500, right? And there we are, 12. Kind of annoying that we can't take it from the warehouses. You have 1,300 stockpile right now. Need 2 more loads. There we go, I think. Come on, give me... No, 1,400, dang it. I was too slow. Now we should have enough. There you go, Pharaoh. I mean, I could kind of ignore him too. The rating would drop, but not significantly. Also, we had some fun times with invasions. We did set up the wall here, right? Yeah. So we have a proper wall here with some towers and everything. We'll be less vulnerable on that side. A fort on the north if they come in from that side, so... Yeah, this is basically here just to try to stall the invaders until we have... we're able to bring defenders up there. Defenders down there, rather. And that is fine. If our city was more prosperous, I would increase my salary, but oh well. At least the king loves us. For now. We'll see how long that lasts. Oh yeah, and I'm forgetting the gods again. Uh-oh. They must be furious. No, they're actually pretty happy. I think we can afford a festival, sure. I could also start work on the Sphinx, I suppose, but I kind of want to deal with one monument at a time, at least for now. If I start the Sphinx, we're gonna need a ton of wood, and that costs money. So I'd rather not do that just yet. What I do want to do Let's add more to the gift. There we go. Gift pile. Odds are we are going to lose kingdom rating over time, simply because we're not finishing the monument quickly enough for the king's feelings, and for the king's in the king's opinion. And it's mostly because of how that the game equates that goal, the monument goal, along with all the others. And yeah, you're more likely to raise all the other ones quicker than this one, so yeah, we'll see. Odds are we are going to lose kingdom rating over time. Simply because we haven't completed the monuments as quickly as he would have wanted them to be completed. But I do think once we're about halfway done with this pyramid, then I think we can consider starting one of the other monuments. Kind of depends on our financial situation at that point. It'll take a long time. And we do have space, right? The other monument should be... The other medium pyramid should be fairly smaller. Yeah, it's much smaller. Probably just put it up here somewhere. Or something. Wait, can't I put it... That's weird. Can't I put it right on that corner? Oh, I can't. Huh. That's weird. Okay, so... There's something here.
Ostriches are nearly invisible when they put their heads in the sand.
The game is suggesting there's something right on that square right there. I don't see anything.
I have to go clear across the city. I have to go clear across the city with these goods. It'll take all day.
That's what I'm seeing, right? Yeah, I can put it along the side of the road, but not right there. Strange. If I build a road there, just for fun's sake, I want to see this. So if I now tried to build the monument again, can I force you to go? You can go behind the road, but I can't force you to go there. Here? Curious. Can I force you into this square now? Ah, that's the problem. So, if I build a pyramid here, it'll want that one square with the roadblock there to be the entry point. That's weird. I shouldn't put that as the entry point. Oh well. But the pyramids always have the entry point on this corner. Corner right here. But he wanted the entry point down there. Oh well. Minor issue. Treasury is now going down. What month is it? It is June. Disease! No! No disease. Where? Here. You do have doctor's access, right? You do have a doctor's access. So it's not the lack of that, it's simply a lack of food. Right, because now I have a larger percentage of dwellings without food, I suppose. Yeah. No, well. These things happen. We have a surplus of labor, so... A bit of starvation is fine. Or a bit of disease is fine. Besides, in these poor districts, you don't really lose resources. Normally that's the problem with diseases and stuff like that, because you lose all the resources in that house, I believe. So you get set back a fair bit. But if you're already poor, it doesn't matter if you don't have any food or goods or anything. You don't lose anything. So there. Yeah, that's the last level with this this much stone required. Because now we're going back to next footprint. Next footprint is going to be the large pyramid footprint, and then 6 levels after that we're going to have the medium pyramid footprint, and so on and so forth. We're getting there. So for the most part what we're doing is just managing our money. Gotta keep importing stone, as much stone as possible while maintaining somewhat of a surplus. I think we're going to deliver all the beer. Go. And even more wood. Just want those provisions out of the way. Now there is a bit of a risk in giving those provisions early. Where are all these ships going? Why did they go south here and then not north? Oh well. Anyways, yeah, there is a bit of a risk with giving the provisions early. There is a risk of tomb robbers. Especially in a city that's going to have so many poor people like as this one will have. But oh well, we'll try. Try to keep that going. We need more limestone up now. Also with the large fork footprint I might dare starting on the monument. Maybe. Where would you want the Sphinx? You want the Sphinx between the pyramids? You want the Sphinx facing the desert? I suppose I can rotate it. I cannot rotate it. Hang on, so if I rotate with this instead... it will rotate. See, now I'm gonna get it from in the direction I want it to go. Facing the inland desert. No, yeah, facing the desert. Want it up here? It's probably gonna face me anyways. Hang on, let's test this. So if I put this there, then normalize the camera view, it shifts direction, yeah. That's unfortunate. But I suppose it's okay. Okay, we're gonna build the pyramids there. We'll build the Sphinx here. Let's set up some roads. And one little roadie block. Don't need it, but I'm gonna put it up anyways. Let's see how this goes. The game might be a bit stressed now, since we're giving them... When you have two monuments, you're gonna divide the workers, and sometimes the game doesn't like that at all. We shall see. There we go, that's a much smaller footprint. Less stone required overall. Of course, now the carpenter is busy on this monument. We do have two carpenters though. Curious. Did two carpenters go to this place to build the ramps? I don't know. But right now there's no ramp here, so no stone is delivered to the monument, to the pyramids. Or it shouldn't have? What the heck is going on now? You can't deliver the stone because I don't have a ramp there. Are you just gonna park on the top ramp here? that what's gonna happen? I think that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna stall right there. Yep. And now all other teams are gonna just overlap that particular... Yeah. I mean, that's fine. At some point the carpenter will go up here and go to the pyramid. So 2 carpenters are walking right now. One of them is going to this to the Sphinx. We know that. Is the other one going to the pyramid? That's the question. Okay, that one headed up the pyramid. The other one should be heading... Yeah, okay. There we go. One to each monument. That's fine. I was kind of worried then that we would lose timber because of both of them going to build the on-ramp or something. Because that would have been bad. If having multiple carpenter shops would have cost you some lack of funds there. Because you would pay for the timber and that would be expensive as all heck. But yeah, we need to build ramps or scaffolds on the monument first. That's what's going on. I wish they had more than enough stone. Oh, there we go, there are the workers. All the workers fetching all the stone. It's been like 3 seconds since we did our worships. I should probably go and check on the gods. Congenial, he's still pretty happy, so here you go. Do I have spare wood? I do. Just finish that, please. So I have no wood in storage, we need to import even more. Don't think that's going to be a problem though. It looks like we can get timber fairly easily. Compared to everything else. Wonder if the Pharaoh's going to give us another gift. I think he gave us a gift of copper, didn't he? As I said, it's been weeks since I played, so I don't remember what happened 3 episodes ago. But I do recall getting a gift. I think it was copper. 2,600 events, yeah. We'll do fine. The city seems to be financially viable, so as long as I can finish this whole map before the generation problem kicks in for good, all's gonna be fine. Once this pyramid hits the medium footprint, I think I'm gonna start the other pyramid as well. Kinda depends on how far the Sphinx has gotten by then. Lavish festival indeed. I think we're still short a fair bit of limestone here. Yep, I see the workers going down to fetch limestone right now, so... you need luxury goods. Only 200 though, so that's not going to be a problem at all. Here we go. Keep Pharaoh happy. You never know when he's gonna bestow a favor. It's nice when he bestows favor on you. Kind of a pity though that they can't force the Sphinx to be turned towards the desert, but I get the point here. So... we can turn this around. And we can see it from the side, but it's always gonna have 2 sides, right? Yeah. So it magically turns around. It magically switches direction when you switch camera directions. Fun times. Now it looks like they're carving. Yep, now they're carving the Sphinx. At some point they have to build stone, which looks really weird, but that's what they do. They even out the whole thing. You'll see what I mean eventually. Okay, finished another level of the pyramid. That was level number 7. Yep. It isn't until level 12 that we can potentially start the next monument. Last pyramid. You know, just to test, I want to see if I delete this roadblock. Will you look for labor forces on this road rather than this road? This work camp, that is. We'll have to wait and see. I don't see any of those looking for workers guys there. But what happened? Price of blocks of plainstone has fallen. Which doesn't matter to us, we're not exporting plainstone. And we're not importing it either. That's completely inconsequential. It looks like he's still gonna fetch labor on this road here, so... Getting that roadblock is fine, which means I can put the monument, the other pyramid right here, later on. That won't be this episode though. Time for a break now. Thank you for watching.